Ask Reddit. What fanbase is the most toxic? K-pop. My father once encountered BTS in an airport in Korea and he couldn't believe the harassment and craziness that followed these poor guys around. Fan or any other fanbase that ships IRL people. Ninja's 9-year-old toxic little poa-poos, they talk more poa-poo than COD players of 2007. Beyoncé's, Grande's fanbase. I wouldn't say most toxic, but most annoying. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is probably one of my favorite shows, but almost every time I see someone post something about the show, their post just makes me cringe. Ask Reddit fans for sure. Always questioning everything and opening their arms to almost anyone in the community. The Beehive or K-pop. I wouldn't say worst as such, but try being part of the LGBT+ community. Ain't no community there, just a bunch of people gatekeeping non-stop to the point that they, whatever orientation they have, will literally start abusing you in public about how this or that is wrong and that you're a freaking fool and a bigot. Like, my wife's bi, no she isn't bi, people don't exist because blah 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 and she'll cheat and she's faking it all and. She's freaking married to a woman. What do those dumb poa-poos want? A certificate from the University of Bisexuality? It's not everyone by any means. There's a subreddit on here that's basically so wholesome that straight guys and gals come along just to have a chat about stuff, but so freaking often we go out and some idiot from the community has something to say. Motherfricker, I was there 25 years ago when the serious second wave of campaigning started and I saw it all change, count your damn blessings. Any franchise Tumblr gets its hands on, they turn it into a pissing contest of who can draw the most progressive fanart and it eventually just devolves into nonsense. Take the Rose Quartz debacle. A young woman drew Rose, a large woman, as slightly smaller. Tumblr lost their minds and attacked her to the point that she attempted suicide. Tumblr consistently takes characters and decides things for them. This character is now trans because I said so, this straight character is gay because I said so, they warp them and the story therefrom until they're unrecognizable. Tumblr is a toxic cesspool, they basically ruin everything they touch. How has nobody said Rainbow Six? Daniel Sapple has joined the game. Vote to kick Daniel Sapple 3/4. Back in the day Homestuck and Superwarlock were pretty brutal, they were very guilty of gatekeeping. I mean, Steven Universe's fanbase harassed a fan artist who attempted suicide, laughed at the fact that she did it, and harassed one of the show's creators when he asked, "What is wrong with you people?" because the artist drew one of the characters as inadequately fat. Not even drew the character as skinny, no she drew the character as curvy. That was just inadequately fat for the fanbase. So you know. Drive them to attempted suicide and make fun of the attempt. Morty, I turned myself into a toxic fanbase. I'm toxic fanbase Rick. I mean, any large enough fanbase is unfortunately going to get toxic people, it's kind of just something you gotta ignore. Every single fanbase in existence. Tom Holland's fans are just the worst. Does cosplay count as a fanbase? Because if does, gosh damn cosplay. Sonic fanbase, when you say Sonic sucks they get into a fit of rage. MAGA. Philly sports fans. Philadelphia Eagles. Binary fans. They're so divisive. You're either one of them or you're not. The Fortnite fanbase is pretty toxic in my opinion. You know what? I change my answer from K-pop to religious groups. In the end, Christianity is just like any other fandom and one of the longest ones in existence, arguing over interpretations of a book, obsessing over custom art, getting all angry when someone tells them that another religion is better. RuPaul's Drag Race because if you're not into it because you don't like drama, makeup or whatever, you're transphobic. I really don't understand. Jesus fanbase. Some of those people get intense. Those damn K-pop and boy band stans. They scare the poa-poa out of me. For gaming I think League of Legends and GTA Online. Star Wars and Doctor Who are the first ones to come to mind. If you don't like all of the content every produced, you're a fake fan, and on the flip side, if you happen to like the new content, you're also a fake fan. Minecraft probably, you even mention Fortnite and they're on your tool straight away. Every fanbase, the more you explore them. Any one of the popular female singers. Dare to say something unflattering on Twitter about Beyoncé, Katy Perry, Rihanna, Ariana Grande, and the goddamn gates of hell itself will open and the hordes will emerge. Star Wars fans are pretty terrible. Either FNAF, Undertale or K-pop. Geometry Dash, holly hell I'm glad I got the frick out of there. A toss-up between Donald Trump and Overwatch, if you interact with either of them there's a decent chance you'll be called a cuck within minutes. Trump. Either the R6 or CS, go communities. K-pop. Music-wise Nirvana's and Emerson Lake and Palmer's fanbases can be pretty toxic at times. K-pop. Westboro Baptist Church. A political fan base, both sides on the extreme literally call for death of the other side. The lack of humanity for someone who has opposing political beliefs is appalling.